Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4pixels. Coco and Kimi are here with our guests Buttons and Layfulay from a cacophony of games, and we are continuing the letter.
Oh boy. Here is a brow, seeming just standing there by the hatch, by the trapdoor. It almost looks like he's going to throw me out for being in the kitchen with a Oh, this is how
Gonna
we're
do
gonna
it.
be.
Now Connect
Take
is
two.
trying to possess you.
Yeah.
I know. I only watched her stream like once. This isn't fair. Her power is too strong. The water though. Anyway. It almost looks like he's going to throw me out for being in the kitchen without permission. But then he motions for the others to disperse and familiarize themselves with their surroundings. Meanwhile, he continues to stand there, preventing entry into the darkness beyond.
What are you doing here, Fraulein? This is not the place for guests or in an architect right now. I request you leave.
I was just looking around for any last-minute things, yes?
Yes, you have been doing that a lot. Looking around, snooping about.
Oh boy.
Now is not the time for such things. If you're not careful, people might think you are up to something.
Does he know something?
The look he gives me as he says this is almost chilling. If life was a game book, he'd probably be a true neutral warlock guarding the treasure room. A difficult opponent to beat with 9 points of wisdom and 8 in dexterity.
Wasn't charisma?
Well, I'm not done yet.
No, that
I
was
actually need to
the
go into the
neutral
wine
warlock
cellar.
would have.
Just need a quick go at the place.
Oh.
So just don't mind me. I'll be out of your hair soon enough.
Go outside, enjoy the party. Bask in the praise and adulation they will no doubt shower you with when the madam speaks highly of you. Surely you've had enough of this stuffy old kitchen by now. You do not want to cause trouble. Both the Bratwurst and Hannah want this to be perfect. It would be a disservice and disrespect to toe out of line and risk it being anything otherwise.
About that.
Did he just call Luke a bratwurst?
Because Hannah called him a bratwurst.
Wow.
And more
What's a
importantly,
bratwurst?
I will be blamed for any failure that happens tonight.
It's a sausage.
Oh.
As Marianne said earlier, a weenie.
Yeah. His intervention almost turns me away. Maybe this is a sign I'm not meant to seek Lorraine out. But
Please, it's really important.
15 minutes. 9, 10 minutes. Any longer and I'll pull you out of there myself. The Bratwurst will be furious if he thinks anyone is touching his precious wine without his permission.
that's fair. I don't think I'd
This
want to piss him off
seriously
either.
means a lot.
He steps aside begrudgingly.
Oh, this is the first time we're ever actually going to see.
The cellar?
Yeah.
At this point,
Ooh, shit.
well, that's a lot of wine.
Mm-hmm.
The cellar greets me ominously as I descend. Who puts a mirror like that, honestly?
Yeah, surrounded by torches.
Nice. The space feels smaller, with a lot more bottles lining the wall compared to before, and knowing what might be waiting for me here makes things worse. The mirror that had been moved from the study is my goal. I did not return to it after my initial discovery, but the thought of Lorraine, how much I want to see her again, even if it's just for one more time, keeps coming back to mind. As I walk through the cellar, I have to stop when I feel something crunch beneath my feet. Whatever few bottles were left behind here, and now nothing but glass under my heels. Boy, do I doubt that, Marianne. Perhaps dropped by one of the many chefs and bartenders the butler had escorted through here before.
Let's hope you don't get stabbed by that.
And it made a downright mess, with red slick pooling from the remnants of a good drink. With how dark this place is, a person with a dark enough imagination can easily mistake it for blood.
Huh.
Heh.
I can't help but think it is, despite the easy, logical explanation that had come to my mind, only because of what I'm about to do. It's merely a momentary distraction as I continue to the end of the cellar where the mirror stands. Propped up on the far wall, it gleams innocently, while pretending to be a simple and ordinary mirror. How morbid to think this thing can show a person their deepest, most desperate desires, and then twist it to an image so dark. That's what I had seen that day. Though I heard Lorraine many times, I had only seen her here within its frame. I wonder if people have discovered it before. How many were wasted away in front of it, enamoured, and how many were frightened away by what they saw. Yet as I stand before it now, nothing. I can barely see my own reflection in the darkness.
How does this even work? Mirror, mirror on the wall? Something? Anything?
Nothing. Touching its surface doesn't make it magically activate or anything like that. There is no sudden surge of power, and I'm not suddenly granted sight. It stays what it is. A mirror. Was Lorraine's appearance in the mirror all some sort of a fever dream? Am I really that burdened with guilt and despair that my mind would eat itself in my stress and have me hallucinate such things? Either way, just going here as some crazed obsession for a girl long gone must warrant me a trip to the doctor. Already, I feel ill. After a few more minutes, in the hopes that something would change, I turn around to leave. I can just go back upstairs like nothing ever happened, perhaps drop by the party for some hors d'oeuvre, then go home and collect myself. Besides, Mrs. Wright is expecting me and I'm...
Going to leave me again then, are you?
I stop in my tracks, but I don't turn back. As much as it pains me, I don't look back. If I am just hearing her again, desperately delusional, and I look back to see nothing, I don't want to give myself false hope. But when I feel fingers around my wrist pull at me, I look back in shock. My first thought is, how in God's name is this possible? And the second is, Lorraine. Her hands are cold.
Are you that mad at me that you're just going to ignore me, Marianne?
I don't know what to say, and I can only stare at her in wonder. She stands there, in the mirror, with only her arm extended outward for my sake. I look at the hand still holding my wrist, and when she sees me looking at it, she moves it so that her hands are intertwined, fingers weave together. Seeing her there, and feeling her touch, meant I'm not crazy, though however impossible and unexplainable this is all to me right now. It just takes my breath away. Pulling a lot from there is tempting. I can imagine doing so with ease. We can be together again, Lorraine and Marianne, like nothing had ever happened. But that would all be a great big lie, wouldn't it?
What? Cat got your tongue? Don't just look at me like that. Say something.
Even if this thing were some magic portal that could bring back the dead, that doesn't erase anything. Just looking at her, still a young teenager, while I'm already a grown woman, it serves no other reason than to break the illusion that binds me. I've seen her twice now, always behind the mirror. If this is real, if this isn't some delusion, then why can she only exist behind the glass?
Yeah. You have no idea how happy I am to see you. It's been so long.
You don't look happy.
I really am happy. But at the same time, I can't help but think about what happened. To you.
And what does that mean? What are you saying?
She gives me this peculiar look. And before my eyes, she moves to step out of the mirror. In turn, I wrench my hand from her and take a step back, almost as if I'm afraid.
I don't know how this is possible. But whatever this is, it isn't real. You can't be real.
I'm right here, aren't I? What other proof do you need?
No, I see you. I hear you. I feel you. But even with all that, you can't be real. You just can't. I saw your body. I helped bury you. You're dead.
A deep hurt crosses her face, and it just breaks my heart in two, seeing her wear that expression.
Burying me wasn't the only thing you did. Don't you dare lie. But I'm going to be the bigger woman, aren't I? Let bygones be bygones. I'll forgive you, as long as you stay with me, Marianne. That's why you came down here, right? To find me?
That was the plan. Don't fall for it, girl. I came down here, looking for her. For closure.
Run away, Marianne.
Put your hand in the TV. Do it, do it, do it!
But this isn't closure. This is something else entirely. I didn't think I would be forced to make such a choice. Do I leave or do I stay?
You need to move
Move
on.
on.
Yep.
Closure.
Aw, I thought we would stay.
That's what I came for. Whatever this is, it might as well all be just a devil's trick. And I might as well make some use of it, right? I say nothing at first, for fear of angering whatever phantom this is. I take Lorraine's hand and bring it up to my lips, pressing a kiss to her knuckles. Takes it as some sort of invitation to pull me along, to step back into the mirror until only her arm is extended again.
I should have been more honest back then, both to you and myself. I know it's too late. I'm sorry. But
the thought of being with the dead did not agree with me. Not one bit.
I can't stay with you.
Goodbye,
Oh!
my first love.
Ouch!
What a why?
Ouch!
Game, please.
My heart.
So what? You're going to leave me for some old trophy wife?
You bitch, you don't talk about Hannah that way.
Oh shit!
Fucking curb stomp this little girl.
That's it, isn't it? You're going to leave poor Amy Lorraine and go after the next rich, pretty blonde that you see.
Oh no.
This is a mistake.
All these years, guilt has been my driving force. I felt so guilty for what I did, what I didn't do.
She thinks she can guilt me into being complacent, but she realizes otherwise as I pull my hand from her. And, going by the look of anger on her face, an anger that runs cold, she did not like the fact that I'm not some puppet on a string. Had she chosen her words carefully, I would have accepted whatever punishment Lorraine chooses to give me. Guilt had run my life, and it might have very well ended it. Because I deserved it.
No, you don't.
Oh no.
But what I did to me. The blood in my hands is mine, not yours.
Whoever, or whatever the shadow is, my gut tells me she's not Lorraine. Yet, I keep talking as if she is.
I broke your heart, not your neck.
Don't you dare deny it! It was your fault!
Because I loved you more than I dare to admit? Yes,
Anyone
that
notice the
was
color
my
shift in
fault.
her face?
Yeah.
Yup.
But I never meant to hurt you like that.
Oh, and it's getting worse. Despite my words, no matter how sincere they are, she appears angry. Enraged, in fact. It's been years since I last saw that face, and even now, the memory of it is still etched deeply in my mind. The hurt, the tears, and the hate spilling from her eyes that day, the moment I rejected her. Rejected myself for who I am. And she definitely will hate what I'm about to do next. To my left, a wine rack. And from there, I take a bottle and pray to all the saints I can remember. For all my sins. For every hurtful word I've uttered. For what I've driven her to do that day. What I forced her into.
What are you doing?
I do it without thinking twice. Oh!
Ooh.
Quickly, before I can hesitate, I grab a bottle and send it straight towards the mirror. Shards of the bottle and the mirror are sent flying everywhere as Lorraine's scream echo in the cellar. It's her, searing, like every wounded accusation she hurled at me. They've never left me. I doubt they ever will. But with this, I can move on from them, from her. Live my life as I should, free from the burden. Her burden. Because the Lorraine I know, the real one, the person I loved, will never want me carrying this to my death. As the screaming dies down, I can't help but mutter weakly.
It's done. It's done. Oh, Lorraine. Forgive me, Lorraine.
How is she gonna explain the broken mirror, though?
Yeah, the wine glass, more was my thought. I take some time to compose myself, breathing in and out, stamping down on the tremor still racking my hands, straightening out my jacket and fixing my hair. All a weak attempt at returning myself at someone resembling my normal self. This would probably be easier to do so with a mirror, but I likely wouldn't be able to stand looking at one for a long time.
Well, now, I should probably go back up there. Party to attend, rich socialites to do business with, and food to eat. Mrs. Wright will be happy if I make some time for it anyway.
Yet, one last time, to the shattered glass beneath my feet.
I'm sorry, Lorraine. May you see God's light on the path.
Turning around to leave, and for good this time. The uneasy smile on my face falls as I see Lorraine, whole and well.
Shit!
Well,
Oh boy.
Come on, Mac. You really didn't think it would be that easy, did you? You get bonus points for trying. But you should know an 8 in charisma is not enough to turn undead.
You fucking nerd!
Oh my god, they're all nerds.
She advances towards me, backs me against the wall. I can't even reach for another wine bottle without putting myself within her reach. Despite my earlier bravado, I didn't think she'd be able to exist at all without the mirror. Can you blame me though? It's not like I'm an expert on the supernatural.
That's not... You shouldn't be...
What? After the mirror? Did you think just moving on will erase what you did to me? You're nothing but a murderer, Marianne. A murderer!
Stay back. You're not real. Leave me alone. Stop! I'm trying to move on with my life, so why won't you let me? Please! Just get out of my head and leave me be!
I try to find an exit when there's a click. The next thing I know, I'm falling back into darkness.
whoa.
Oh.
Oh.
I fall on my back, and a door slams shut behind me. In a daze, I look around warily and find myself in another room entirely. On the other side of the wall, some sort of secret passage perhaps. An underground tunnel that has me wary and frightened. It also proves that the oddities of the mansion's floor plans are a lot more than just little discrepancies. I expect Lorraine to jump out at me from the darkness at any time.
Oh. Desperate to deal with her painful past, Marianne McAuliffe excused herself from attending the housewarming party to search for Amy Lorraine within the mansion. Seeing her ghost in the wine cellar, however, a realization hit her and she finally let go.
A breeze blowing through the tunnel has me relieved, though, at the idea that there is still a way to escape should that happen. That is way better than being trapped underground with. Only God knows what that was. A funny thought comes to mind as I start walking to where the exit might be. I think about how Mrs. Wright would be so disappointed if I didn't show up to the party. I imagine how furious Mr. Wright would be for breaking one of his wine bottles. Even Johannes' reaction comes to mind, though I don't really know with that guy. One thing's for sure, is that I would be calling Cam and Harina for a drink as soon as I get out of here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ready for QTE?
Uh,
What did that sound mean? What did the sound was like?
It's a ghost lady with her usual ah.
Oh.
That noise has me wary. Whoa!
Ooh, hello there.
Hey, lady.
Oh my.
Sorry.
Her clothes are
Marianne has a thing
different.
for blondes, so you'll have to wait.
Ha! Her clothes are different though.
Yeah, they are. A ghastly thing. A corpse of a woman leans on the wall. Her arms and limbs, almost every inch of her lithe body, is peppered with wounds and rotting flesh. And it is then the putrid smell of blood and gore hits me, making it so that I don't even question how I missed it in the first place.
How long has this been here? Ugh, that smell. Oh, you're a nasty one, aren't you?
Excuse me, that's rude.
That's what she's about to say.
Right? I flinch as the thing twitches. As soon as it opens its eyes and looks at me with a smile, there's nothing on my mind but horror.
Hello there.
I break into a run. I try to keep on running, no matter how much my legs and feet scream at me to stop. I keep going, even when I look back and see nothing of her anymore, because I can still hear her. The scampering of her feet, the words she tries to form with her bloodied mouth, and the painful sounds of bones grinding against each other as she moves closer and closer to me.
How long are these damn tunnels?
There's a split second where I know that thing is right behind me. A strange sensation creeping over my limbs when her presence looms over me. And then, suddenly, I can't even do anything before I'm yanked by the hair and pulled back. Still, I struggle, up until I'm thrown to the side like some rag doll. I hit the ground on my side, and the musty smell of old hay that reaches me is my only indication that I'm still alive.
Please don't hurt me.
My body hurts, and I keep my eyes shut tight, afraid of what might happen next.
What's wrong, Marianne? Are you really afraid of little old me?
There's only dread, seeing how she's followed me even here. She looms over me, backs me further into the cell that I was thrown in.
Please. It's so cold. I don't want to be alone, Marianne. Why won't you stay with me? Why would you leave me? Why?
What are you?
Dang, I did it again. Lorraine turns and shifts into that thing from before.
Is that a camera?
Looks like it.
Yeah, that really has me concerned, let me tell you.
That's a camcorder, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
So it's not even like Zach's camera or something, that's a video camera. And I
And
don't
with
know
that-
who would have had a video camera.
I don't know. And with that same gruesome grin, it takes a step forward towards the cell. Towards me. I barely scramble to my knees when the door to the cell slams shut, and it just stands there, staring. Shouts for help ring out in the tunnels. But none of them are coming from me. I'm more paralyzed and shocked by what is happening. My throat tightens at being fooled by the image of Lorraine, at the thought of being trapped down here.
Oh, there's a school too. I didn't see it.
Oh, what?
A school.
Skull.
Oh.
Skull. Like there in the corner.
Hey, yeah, there is.
Oh, I didn't even. I was like, where is it?
I was staring at it trying to figure out, like, is that someone's sleeve or clothing? It's a skull.
I thought it was just like a rock.
Same.
It's a skull.
Oh boy.
And a camcorder. That bodes well.
Hmm. So then, where?
Help me! Help me! Oh, help me! Are you getting all this on camera?
Oh.
Yeah, but are you guys sure this is a good idea? We're breaking and entering here. Don't worry, the owners of this place haven't been here in a long time.
Other brat.
I'm trying to see if any of these are people we might know.
Characters that we know.
Yeah.
Look at this thing, though. It has writing in blood like some cheesy 80s horror prop. Wait, I have an idea. Oh man, that's genius!
What kind of butthead would even take this thing seriously? Maybe we can stick this in Rowan's backpack. That's Juarez kid would panic.
The one with the brown hair, the guy on the left, kind of looks a little bit like Luke in facial structure.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Too.
Oh boy.
Hello there.
Rip!
What? Spit it out! Behind you!
Ooh.
Holy shit.
There, in the corner of the cell, the digital camera comes flickering to life, and the video has played back on the screen. It was hard to even consider paying any attention to it, when my life is on the line. But when the ghost doesn't move, and the teenager's mocking shouts of "help me" filled the cell, I just had to watch. And what I had seen? Students, judging by their St. Gerette uniforms. They were holding...
That letter.
And that thing? The woman? She...
Oh!
I did not expect that.
Oh. Wait, which one was that? Was that the girl
lady
that's
of
in
the house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Shit.
Oh boy,
Oh, plot twist.
Rebecca.
Oh!
Oh, dang!
Alright, let's just read the journal entry and we'll save the profile for next time. Let's see.
While trying to escape with the Phantom disguising as his friend, Marianne discovered an underground prison hidden in the deepest corners of the mansion. Now trapped in one of its cells, she found a recording left behind by some of the mansion's victims.
Well, fuck that escalated.
That
Damn.
escalated real quick.
Dang!
I think that's been the best chapter so far. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's only gonna get better.
well, thank you guys for joining us and see you next time as we begin Rebecca's chapter.
Hmm.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Still.
Yeah. Oh,
Aw.
sorry you died. I wasn't paying attention.
God damn it! You let me die! Also, they changed the... Oh my god, they're calling it a mad pony. What the fuck? What kind of name is that?
I was just like listening to you and just pressing A. Whoops.
Whoops-a-daisy.